Good afternoon and welcome back to my Sunday tutorials. Now, if you haven't been here before, my name is Tracy Davenport. I'm an Instagram coach and a Reels expert. Now, today's tutorial is very cool, but it's a funny one because weirdly, this is a functionality. Now, I have not changed anything about my apps. They're all updated regularly. And so I recently acquired an iPhone for the first time. So at the moment, I'm running both an Android and an iPhone. And when I go on Instagram on my Android, I don't have this functionality. So this could just be an iPhone functionality. I don't know. But when I go on my new iPhone, it suddenly appears. And actually what I have, the layout of my Instagram on my iPhone is different to what I have on my Android. So I don't know whether that's a settings thing, an update thing, or whether it is just the difference between Android and iPhone. But let's get into today's tutorial, and it's all about, and once again, this is on my continuing theme of stories, because stories are so powerful, and I understand that that is why Instagram is putting so much into them right now. Now, we all know Reels are exploding still, but don't forget your stories, okay? Because there's a lot of worthwhile stuff in there. So we are going to go and explore the animated text function within stories. First thing that I'm going to do is go into my Instagram, and I'm going to go to upload a story. Okay, so let's go to stories, find an image. Okay, here's a rather soggy dog walk. So the first thing that I need to do is put in some text so that we can then work with it and manipulate it. So we do that by going to the two A's at the top right-hand corner of the screen. Okay, that's the text function. So I'm going to just write something in. So that we have something to begin working with. Now, as you can see, we have two menus. So we have a row of different fonts here that we can select. And we have a menu up at the top that offers different things. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to run through all of the different fonts with you and what their own individual animations are. So to bring in the animations, what we need to do is tap the A button next to the Done button. So it's the A with the two lines on the left-hand side of it. Okay, so as you can see, now it's started to do an animated text for me. And I'm just going to walk you through all of the different ones. Now this one, obviously, just be mindful that you're not going off the edge of the page. This one's like a neon light. Typewriter. Bouncy. Now this one, I have to say, is so much better when you have a background, but we'll run through those in just a moment. This one, not terribly keen on this one, but you know, it's an option. This one, I think I like it, but it's hard to read, so bear that in mind. This one's nice and clear and it pops. And this one is another typewriter type font. Okay, so just for the sake of fun, I'm going to introduce a color. So we do that at the color wheel at the top. I'm going to go for pink because I love pink. And there we go. Right, now I'm going to tap that A in the circle, which a moment ago was the color wheel. And this will bring us back to the different types of fonts. There we go. All right, scroll through to the beginning. And then the next one that I want to tap is the A with the two pluses next to it, because this is what is going to give your text a background. So it's really good if you're, for example, if you are working in neutral colors and you need your text to stand out a little bit more, it's really great idea to add a background. So let's do that. And we can see how all of the different fonts look with the animations and backgrounds. Now this one's a pretty good one. This is one that I tend to use when I'm on my iPhone, that is, not on my Android. Then this is the next one. I like this a lot, but it annoys me that it keeps going off the page. And in order to keep it on the page, you've got to keep it really small. So I find this one frustrating, even though I like it. Now this one just simply does not give you a backdrop. I don't know why that is, just doesn't, and it's hard to read. So bear that in mind. Next one, typewriter. I like this. It works well. It's clear. The next one is my favorite. Now, it's not that clear, but it really makes me happy because it just looks so awesome. I mean, you can't tell me that looking at that does not make you happy, right? So I love this one, but maybe in small doses. And yeah, and not too much information on there. Okay, so let's move to the next one. Yeah, we know I don't like this one. Let's move on quickly. So this is another really good one. It's very clear and it's very stylized and it's just simple. So I think this one's a good one. Next, we have the pop bubble. So it just pops out. And then the last one, which again is kind of like a typewriter. All right, so these are your options for creating animated text. Now, why do you want to do that? You want to create animated text because, I'm just going to pop this onto my lovely one, because you want to keep your audience engaged. You want your people to be looking at your stories. You don't want them to be tapping forward. You want to get as much engagement as possible. And competition is stiff. So we need to add different tools to our arsenal and rotate through them and use them all at different times to give our audience something different and new to look at every time. You don't want to just keep using the same thing over and over and over again. I mean, it could work, but it might just prove to be a little bit boring. So this is one of those things that you can add in every so often just to make it more interesting. So don't forget to hit that save button at the bottom of the page. As you know, I've been working for the past couple of months on story engagement and increasing that, and little tips and tricks that you can do to make your stories more interesting. So it's telling stories in an interesting way is going to definitely keep your audience captivated. So try this tip and certainly go back through my past few weeks worth of Sunday tutorials even to check out some of the other ones that I've suggested. There's some awesome ones in there, so definitely take a look. And before you go, or before I go, I want to know which is your favorite font, which you're going to use and why. And if you decide to use it, then tag me in your story so that I can see how you've used it. Now, also, I would like to know in the comments below if you have an Android or an iPhone, and if this is actually available on Android. So let me know that as well. All right, that's awesome. I hope you have an awesome Sunday evening. Looking forward to the week ahead, and I will see you soon. All right, cool, isn't it? I really like this. Now, as I said, I don't have this on my Android. I'm sure I did at one point, but it only worked with, I think, 2 of the font types, and then it disappeared, and it only worked for about a week, and then it just went. And now on the new iPhone, I have it on all of the different fonts. So I'm obviously going to have done my recording on my iPhone because I don't have it on my Android. And you can see all of the different things that you can do, all of the different movements of the fonts, and it just makes it much more interesting to look at. So definitely give these a try in your stories. So tag me in your attempts and let me know how you get on with this. And in the meantime, don't forget to hit that save button so that you can refer back to this video anytime. All right, now the next bit is my favorite. As you know, at the end of each video tutorial, this is going on a year now. Can you believe I've been doing this a year? Anyway, my favorite bit of the tutorial is the dress, and I just love vintage dresses, and this one is awesome. I really like this one, and I've had it for quite some time, and I actually bought it for a funeral, sadly, but I love it so much that I would definitely wear it again in a different setting, let's say. So this dress is, it's a very early 80s dress, so you can tell that it has a bit of a 70s feel to it. It's just it's sort of just emerging out of the 70s and it's early 80s. It's a long dress, but the top is billowing. It's got it's got not angel sleeves. It has kimono sleeves, but it has this really cool, it's two pieces that are gathered together by these beautiful little diamante clasps all the way up the sleeve. So there's three of them. And I just think that that looks beautiful, and it shows just enough to be kind of, ooh, you know, nice without showing too much. Now, you know, I don't like to show too much flesh. And the skirt is quite a straight A-line, full length skirt, but it is down to the floor and it's A-line. And I like it that it's sort of, the top is a little bit billowy and then the skirt is A-line, but quite fitted at the same time. And I like the full length of it. So this is my lovely vintage dress. And I did remember to put on the matching lippy to the belt this week, Helen Hancock and Teresa Klasner. Sorry, because I know it was Teresa that actually started this lipstick trend. So thank you both. So thank you, Teresa, for getting it going. And thank you, Helen, for reminding me to do it. All right, so that is it for me this week. I hope you've enjoyed the tutorial. Don't forget to hit the save button. And I will see you next week.